Well, team winning is questionable. Watched Charlie Sheen's live TV show, which said absolutely nothing except for making the point that either you agree with him and then you're a winner. If you disagree with him, then you're a troll. So you cannot have uh, an opinion for you to be a winner, it seems. I don't know, there's a lot of insanity that's very, very interesting, but you can really see your own insanity. It's like when you judge him, see if you do the same thing. And I gotta admit, I see myself. I doing exactly the same thing. I'm pointing out things that are wrong in other people. And yet, if anybody watches my channel, it's about as long as you keep saying you're stupid, you're stupid, you're stupid, you're going to create stupid. So the more I criticize other people, the more I increase that judgment. But here's the problem, and this is what I can't figure out, is how do you point out behaviors that are negative? If we're all doing negative behaviors and we're calling it winning, how do you pull yourself out of that? How do we pull a whole freaking globe out of doing everything that's negative into something positive? This is where my frustration is. And talking to my friend Dave, who we're looking at doing a talk show, he seems to be one that I think will follow through this time. And we will have a really amazing show because we need two people to constantly steer ourselves into that positive direction and don't get ourselves caught up in the negative. And even I definitely am caught up in the negative and trying to pull myself out of that. It is rather enjoyable to watch the wealthy lose all their stuff because it makes them more equal. So it's not like I'm enjoying somebody's pain of losing their stuff, but I'm enjoying the equality that's being created. So it's like team winning. We're all winning. As long as Sheen is losing, then we all are winning. If that makes any sense. And he will very much lose all his stuff. At this point, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be clear that while he sees women, goddesses, as prostitutes, I'm pretty sure he's pissing off every single woman on the planet that does have a brain, that does have a self-esteem. All of us that are fighting to have the right to be equal, he's pissing all of us off, except for the ones that can't get their self-esteem. So it's like if you're on, Sheen's winning team, that means you have to have no self-esteem. If you go along with that group, if you are in supportive of it, you're like putting a neon sign that says, I'm worthless, take advantage of me, I will be your slave, I will suck your dick, do everything you want from me and I'm okay with it, which is causing a global collapse. But they will at least be neon signs saying, I have no self-esteem because I'm on Sheen's winning team. So he's pissing off a lot of women. He's pissing me off. He's pissing off anybody that cares about kids because he's teaching kids how to be just like him. He's teaching his boys how to treat women with disrespect. He's teaching his girls how to be goddesses in his version. So anybody that has any concern with children and morals, he's pissing them off. So, and then it's you know, all of these greedy corporations, he's calling them out too, so he's pissing them off too. So it's like, who is he not pissing off? What's going to come out of that? You know, like, he's going to lose all of his stuff because he isn't recognizing what the hell he's doing. But it's bringing up the conversation. What do you stand for? Do you want to be a slave? Do you want to be a slave like Charlie Sheen wants you to be? It's pretty interesting, pretty darn interesting that he is putting himself like the warlock, the evil. He's proclaiming himself to be everything that's evil. So everything that is evil is going to be against him. And it's really odd because, like, these corporate worlds that are going to be against Sheen, it's going to be like, hey, do you look exactly like Sheen as you call him out? You know, to me, I think it's going to bring out all of our own evilness, because as we bitch and complain about everything he's doing, we're going to see the mirror image of ourselves doing exactly the same thing as him. So it is quite interesting. Really interesting. It's like, can you see yourself doing exactly like Charlie Sheen is doing? When this jealousy, you just want to be like me. If you aren't like me, you're jealous. Yeah, so that's like saying, I'm jealous because I'm not evil enough. I'm jealous because I'm not selfish enough. It's like, go for the money. I really do not see, even the sponsors that, you know, sponsoring his shows, it's like, okay, now you need to boycott those sponsors that he has. And I'll put a link to them. I forget who's sponsoring his show, but it's like, okay, all of those sponsors that just sponsored his show, every one of them are promoting prostitution. They would be promoting drugs. I mean, he's saying it's in the mind. Addiction is in the mind. Every freaking one of them have an addiction with smoking. They're all smoking. They're like addicts. They can't get rid of that addiction. So they haven't really beat the addiction thing yet while having this addiction. So any of these sponsors are actually promoting drugs and addiction and poor health. They're promoting, you know, teaching kids bad morals. So you want to buy every one of those products that are sponsoring Charlie Sheen. It's like you're committing corporate suicide if you promote Charlie Sheen, because you look at what he stands for. He stands for everything that's evil. So if you're going to be, you know, a corporate world that's promoting him, saying everything that he's doing is good, you're just proclaiming yourself to be the evil force. Alex Jones will probably show up. And if Alex Jones is supporting Sheen, then Alex Jones is openly admitting he's evil. You couldn't ask for a better way to call yourself out. So it's like, yeah, you're either going to be on team winning, Sheen team winning, which means you admit you're everything evil. You're a warlock, you're evil. Or you're against him and you're a troll. And to be a troll is a bad thing. I proclaim myself to be a troll. I'm on team losing. I'd rather lose than to win Charlie's way. And at the end of the day, it's like, how do you say something positive about evil? And it's like, I'm really grateful for this experience, because it's going to be in everybody's face. It's going to make everybody talk. It's going to make everybody question every single thing they're doing. What do you support? You know, like, and then what happens in the end to evil? Evil can't help but do everything right if evil wants to be accepted. So I think at the end of the day, it is a masterful plan that evil shows up with such volume and makes everybody question. Whose side am I really on? What do I really, really stand for? What am I willing to put my money on? So, get louder and louder and louder, Charlie Sheen, because you're really making the world really think. And at the end of the day, you'll see that that is where all wars are. So I really hope that he's a really good salesperson and really can get more and more corporate world sponsoring him so we can see who the evil is. Every single one of these sponsors are going to be promoting evil. It's going to be in our face. We're going to know open and shut. This corporation supports evil, supports prostitution. It does not support women at all, supports slavery, supports greed, supports extreme wealth. So I'll do some research and find out who his sponsors are, just so you know who's promoting evil. It is interesting. Peace out.